LSI was founded in 1969 by faculty from the College of Education. It was, as I understand it, initially very much engaged in the development of distance education.
It changed with times. At the beginning, you could see that Bob Morgan and Branson and Kaufman and Walter Dick and Garnier, everybody saw the future then and really created something that can respond to the needs of the future.
During the early years, the Learning Systems Institute was very well known for the work that was done internationally, particularly the Korea project. It was a large part responsible for the improvement in the Korean economy over the years.
Back in the late 80s, early 90s, I had just finished a stint with the Florida Department of Education. And at the same time, a lot of the work here at LSI, the international work, was coming to an end, and Bob Morgan, the founder of LSI, he was interested in taking some of what he had learned, the projects he had led in really all around the world, and see if they could play a role in improving the U.S. educational system.
So beginning in about 2006, LSI started to rebuild its engagement internationally and to get re-involved in international projects. Basically, we probably had close to a dozen international projects over the last few years.
Great universities are those that project themselves into the world. And I believe LSI deserves credit for helping FSU project itself onto a much broader canvas.
The Learning Systems Institute works to bridge the gap between theory and practice in education.
I teach courses in international and multicultural education in the Department of Educational Leadership and Policy Studies. And I think that my students really appreciate that I'm not just talking about how you get teachers to change their behaviors or how you change an educational system. I'm actually involved in doing that through LSI's projects.
There are a lot of opportunities that we could provide. And so far, CPOMS has attracted more than 60 contracts and grants and is being used by millions of teachers and students to support instruction and learning in classrooms in K-12 schools.
What I think I've done the most of are large-scale randomized controlled trials of interventions designed to improve teaching and learning in mathematics, usually with a focus on the teacher and providing teachers with educational opportunities and opportunities to improve their capacity.
My piece fits in with this sort of psychology aspect of it and thinking about how people learn and how we can sort of improve that within the K-12 school system, and specifically my work focuses on mathematics and how those things can help us understand how people could learn better in math.
I create a kind of a lifeline, that's what I do for my research as well, of LSI as an institution, as an organization within Florida State University, and a lifeline from 1969 to that time to 2009 in terms of foreign policy and global movements.
Here at LSI, I'm research faculty focusing on early childhood education and development. I am involved in projects that focus on reading, on early childhood, on education. I am involved in the research aspect of the projects and also in the implementation.
LSI and its various centers and programs have achieved name recognition in the state of Florida and around the world.
I was very glad and fortunate to run 2 projects, one in Ethiopia for 5 years and another one in the smallest country in the world, in Tuvalu in the Pacific, and also be involved in other projects. Ethiopia was probably the most unique, working directly with 36 colleges of teacher education, improving the capacity of the colleges to teach reading and writing literacy in the early grades, grades 1 to 8, at the same time integrating what we are doing with the teacher educators with what the project was doing for the in-service teachers.
በፊት ተማሪዎችን በማስተምርበት ሰዓት ዝም ብዬ ብላክቦርድ ላይ በመጻፍ በማስነበብ ነበር። አሁን ግን አንዲት ፊደል እንዴት እንደምትጻፍ ለተማሪዎች ግልጽ በሆነ መንገድ
We have 3 projects going on now in northern Nigeria where we are working with our Nigerian counterparts and others under a project by USAID to help improve primary grades reading. I think this is pretty amazing work in a region where you have organizations like Boko Haram that says no, education is prohibited. We're there with our colleagues and our collaborators trying to promote education.
The benefits to our faculty, to our staff, and especially to our students are just immeasurable. Anytime you're talking about having ethnic diversity, geographic diversity, and cultural diversity all mixed into one, you know it's going to be a great experience. So we offer our sincerest congratulations to LSI on their first 50 years, and we're very, very much looking forward to working with them for another 50 years.
LSI has been a huge part of this, and especially a big part in our move up into the top 20 national universities. So happy birthday, and thank you to LSI.
And happy birthday, LSI.
Happy anniversary, LSI.
Happy anniversary to LSI.
LSI, happy 50th anniversary.
I love LSI. Long live LSI.